Hello. Oops. Hello. What's up, everyone? Oh, there you are.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh my gosh, my stomach is not doing so well today.
Uh-oh. What happened?
I made very delicious sandwiches last night. Um me, Black Life, my mom, my nephew. Everybody else is feeling fine today.
Oh, maybe
I,
you had a little too much to drink or something.
nope. I didn't drink last night. So I was like, what is going on? I,
Who knows? Body's
who
always a mystery.
knows? Always. I am going to try to cook while we're on today. See how that goes.
Yeah. Try and do what I was doing last week and cook up something when you're taking a break.
I'm just gonna stay on the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can maybe we should try streaming from our phones a little bit. I don't think we've either of us have really done that, but we could get away from the computer desk and show you a little bit more of Michael
I'm
on the move.
I do it sometimes, but it's usually from I'm on someone else's, chat. So speaking
Right.
of someone else's chat, hi Latrell.
Thanks for being here. How's it going?
hmm I think I saw you. You weren't on the panel, but I saw you in the chat the other day. But I was going to sleep. So it's good to see you here.
Yeah.
Come on up if you like.
And good to see you lurkers lurking over there, whoever you are. Get
In the
more of you.
back.
Yeah.
You know what might be maybe my stomach is hurting because I've been too much into these Epstein files.
Stressing.
Holy shit.
Tags
I
D.
mean, everything they did during slavery, they never stopped.
I think I've
I mean, I'm just starting with slavery because I'm American,
yeah.
but they never stopped. It's just all been in the background the whole time. That's crazy.
Yeah. I've been
Crazy.
feeling a little I think I've been feeling some depression from this Epstein stuff too. Yeah, I feel like if you're not affected, you're not paying attention, you know? So it's very normal for us to be reacting to this disgusting shit, to have mental health like reactions to it. I feel like it's just part of being a human being.
Was that Latrell? No, that wasn't Latrell. That was talking about vampires.
I was just
Um,
listening to someone talking about vampires this morning, and I think we need a cultural shift away from these kinds of stories because someone was pointing out how is it that this is so normal? We normalize this like 100 centuries old man like lusting for this like 17-year-old girl kind of thing. Like the
uh,
idea of the story
you
of a
talking about
vampire is
Oh,
fucked
okay.
up. It is a little bit of a pedo fantasy kind of narrative. And I don't
For
know how
real.
that never fucking occurred to me until now, right? Like that's
For
true
real.
from what I can tell. Sorry.
Lance said, geez, let him lurk in peace.
Mm, nice. Shahid Bolson nailing it with a solid comment.
I saw Tucker Carlson. This is old too. He was interviewing Roseanne Barr, and she was like, "These people are vampires. Then they eat children." And everybody thought she was crazy.
Yeah.
Like all these old um, videos are surfacing of people in the industry trying to tell you us, and we're like, "This person is nuts.
That's the way it
They're
always is.
nuts."
It's one of their tactics is to deal with the threat. The first thing that they try to do is to like ignore you if you're saying something true like that, to treat you like you're irrelevant. And then if they have to, then they'll kind of go up the ladder of escalation if need be, up to murder. So,
Yeah. Um, peace, 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 fam. By the way, Rondo. It says the United States of America, and by extension, the modern world, was established by human and drug traffickers. Documented fact. I was looking the other day. I should put this little comment thing up. I was looking the other day about I think it was it George Washington? He like spent his life trying to find this. She was 13 at the time that she escaped from him. And he spent his dying breath trying to find her and bring her back to his plantation. Like he was obsessed with this little girl.
Hmm.
And so she spent her whole life in hiding, trying to avoid being captured to go back to him.
It's so fucked up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I figured you were probably, if you're looking at the Epstein files, you'd be looking into the eugenics aspect of it, because
I'll get there.
that
Yeah.
part is
I
wild.
have not wanted to, like, mental health wise, I have not really been wanting to go to that dark place just yet. And yes, Lance, is exactly what I was thinking too. Adrenochrome appears to be real. And if it's not real, then they're doing all that kind of cannibalism, torturing so as to not even produce some kind of a product out of that. Like,
And using stem cells, trying to clone people, all kind of
yeah, the
crazy
fact that
stuff.
they're into all that eugenic shit implies that the adrenochrome would be like, it makes it more probable that the adrenochrome stuff has always been based in fact. So, but I was actually, when I was looking into the little bit of Epstein files I have been looking at so far, I was doing that whole Russia China angle. I wanted to see, we got all this info about Israeli involvement, and I just wanted to, I kind of confirmed from a very brief preliminary investigation that they don't really have anything on the Chinese or the Russian leadership, but they were actively trying to get them, get some compromise on them, compromising material. So they're trying to use Prince Andrew to get that to Xi Jinping, and they're just trying to get in at Putin however they could, but they're definitely, like the regular people in Russia and China. There are some of the dissidents, the reactionary people trying to install the Western puppets. They're up to their eyeballs in that shit with Epstein. So
Putin was like giving a speech about, I think he also said they're vampires, and he said they're vampires and they're pedophiles and they eat children. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I don't know Russian, but some people that were from Russia were commenting saying that that's the proper translation. He said that. And people were commenting like, so you mean Putin was actually the good guy all this time?
yeah, Rondo, I guess Prince Andrew and Xi have some kind of a friendship, or, like, I wouldn't call it a real friendship. It's more probably from both sides, them trying to use each other. But they have apparently a documented, I guess, interaction, affiliation a little bit, like sit next to each other at events, at public events in China and England, kind of thing.
Hmm. Well, he fell for the okie doke. Hi,
Yeah.
John.
What's up?
Good to see you. There's this Prodigy, the rapper, may he rest in power. He was on a live. He was freestyling live. I don't think it was a freestyle though. I think it was from a song he had, and he took and he rapped it. But what made it so iconic was because it was live TV, and he was literally saying all the same stuff. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, they've been trying to tell us for so many years. And it's just been going over our heads.
Not necessarily. A lot of us accepted it as truth and are just like, but we're not in any position of power to do anything about it. So we're like, yep, the world's run by criminals. Tell me something else I didn't know.
Well, not the criminal part. like the eating.
It's
I don't
beyond
know.
criminal.
I guess
And
I
criminal
didn't
is
want to.
not a strong enough word for it's like evil shit, right?
Right. It's like, well, if they were practicing cannibalism during slavery, what makes us think like, I don't know. They really did a number on us, like, oh, everything's civil rights. Wash our hands of it. We're moving ahead. We're going forward, and I don't know. I think like for my parents, they didn't want to talk about it.
That's
They
the
wanted to move. They
I
wanted
don't
to
want to talk about it.
move
That
forward. Yeah.
reaction, that attitude, as much as I'm a little bit guilty of that, as I didn't do any looking into it to the Epstein files too much just yet because I don't want to talk about it just yet. But that is something that's been allowed all this to happen. Is like the boomer generation. When we're trying to talk about the problems that we're facing as a society, we got these crises we have to confront and deal with it. But what is the answer always? I don't want to talk about it. Do we have to
Like
talk about
that's
that
in our
yet?
past.
Are you still talking about that? Yes, we're still talking.
That's in our past. Nobody got punished.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, not a single person got punished.
But what we're treated as is we have some kind of a fixation or an obsession with these people in power or whatever. Why do you care so much? Because nobody was held accountable again, right? Or we're starting to see them try to act like they're holding people accountable again, right? All over the world, like other leaders implicated in these files, we see like the UK's taken down their ambassador and whatnot, but Keir Starmer still somehow manages to retain power. The evidence points to the fact that they are all aware of these kinds of interactions with these people, and they're happy to have them as advisors and members of their government anyways. So that alone should be enough to say you're no longer allowed to govern the country. You can't speak as if you're in some kind of a legal whatever position. Like Keir Starmer is a fucking lawyer, right? You don't get to pretend like you have any legal standing anymore. But they have immunity because they're in charge. No, let's get rid of that.
Howard Lutnick, our Secretary of Commerce, like he's still there. They're all still in their position. No investigation has started. Like, and we can't just focus on all these people, these high up places. Hi, Wolfie. Just focus on them because it took social workers to steal kids from people, medical people who were taking babies and telling people their babies were dead and switching them out, and judges, teachers, like prosecutors.
It's an entire grand conspiracy.
Isn't it tight? Like, yeah, and not even those people of power. Who are the people even like who are moving the kids from one place to the other?
Yeah.
What about the chefs and the groundskeepers? Where are they? They need to go to jail too. I saw this picture. Oh my gosh. It was like 2 pieces of chicken, 2 raw chickens, and the middle part was redacted. I'm like, oh, why would they redact chicken? So I made it, you look bigger. It was a baby's leg. Like you could see the leg. And then you look closer, you could kind of see the top of their head. Like they didn't even redact very well. And I was like, well, who? We're driving. And I'm just so flabbergasted by just realizing, oh my gosh. We're going, I don't know where we were going. Black light just out of nowhere. Because this has been hours when we had seen it. She said, who the hell was cooking the chicken? I'm like, what? I thought she was talking about it at my house or something. It's like, the picture. Who cooked the chicken? Because the billionaires and all the rich people, they weren't cooking their own food. Exactly. They have a whole staff. So who cooked the chicken?
So this, I feel like brings a whole new I don't know, new definition, but it's like this really gives us a new context for the word class traitor. We'll put it that way. Okay. You think that you're just getting you yours. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just working for an employer who pays me more than you are. Quit being fucking jealous. You stupid lower class bitch. Right? So what the fuck do you think you're doing? Betraying the rest of us so that you can get paid. Fuck you people, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I said, gosh, I wonder, we need to look at the salaries of these people.
I bet you they didn't even get paid that much. They probably didn't even have to get paid that much to do that shit. That's what I'm saying.
To cook a
People
baby.
have a low price for selling out most of the time. So.
Whew, that's very low.
And the ones who don't are the people who will fucking eat your children. So those people come with a high price.
They know what eggs, they be like 3 chicken wings with the fried rice.
So I don't know what you wanted to talk about today. Besides, I guess we'll start with this the Epstein stuff. I mean, how do you not?
I'm sorry. I just it's just been weighing on me because going through like the documents and it's just. And then you could tell that they were variation of his name to redact his name out of the files.
Yeah, I'm so pissed that they
didn't catch everything. Right. Why are we redacting? Like what?
Who do you think you have the right to? Like, this is actually I've talked about the Mott and Bailey fallacy. Maybe I gotta to look that up to show people the definition. But Jeffrey Epstein is literally turned into the Mott, and the Bailey is all the other people that are involved in this. Like, because that's the Mott and Bailey is where you use a less controversial thing to hide a less controversial argument to hide from the having to argue the more controversial position. So you'll like put up as the Mott as a distraction from the Bailey, and Epstein used to be the Bailey, but he's become the Mott because now we know that he's the tip of the iceberg. So,
and his friend Jean-Luc, who was the French version of him, I forget his name. He died under the same circumstances in prison.
Yeah, I remember.
Killed himself. Yeah, right. He was hanging out with Brett Ratner.
Actually, the link, I don't know if the link is pinned to the chat. I was trying to do it like you were telling me.
I saw you do it.
You got here. I put it in. So if you just have to put it in the chat with, because I just put it in like like you said, I went to the channel and I typed it in, but I didn't see if it was pinned or not. It didn't indicate in any way that it was pinned. So I guess cool. Appreciate you showing me what to do there last week. Telling me anyway.
You're welcome. So yeah, so like why is this dude Brett Ratner in doing this Melania movie that Jeff Bezos basically paid them a bribe to create, a $40 million bribe?
Such a bizarre thing on top of it all. Because I feel like, isn't Melania kind of demonstrated to just be like a call girl isn't she like his beard, you might say, if he really is into the little kids? So then he has this hot woman to show that he likes women, but I bet you he doesn't even touch her. So, and he met her through Epstein in that circle. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, I guess hot woman is subjective.
Well, I don't know if she was like a model or anything, but she's got that kind of a model face and body or whatever. But to me, that's like not even attractive in the way that you look like you're made of plastic sort of thing.
She has that Mar-a-Lago face. And then something else I was reading. Oh, I just wanted to mention, like you could tell that they were redacting him because they were using different variations of his name. So they were using like Don T or Donald Trump. Like they were trying to. So you could tell that because in some of the in a lot of the files, the word "don't" is redacted. Like, why would you need to redact the word "don't" unless you're just looking for, trying to scramble to find his name as much as you could find it and keep it out of the files.
Yep.
I thought that was interesting. Um,
Well, speaking of him being, we were talking about John Luke, or whatever, allegedly killing himself in prison. But I was watching Pro Pill this week, and they were talking about something fairly compelling. They did a little bit of a research into a Fortnite account that was apparently linked to Epstein, and who
oh
was
yes,
having activity registering that the account was active after the death date. And so
yes,
either someone is impersonating, like using his account, who knew him intimately well enough to have the password for his account, or it's fucking the guy himself. And that is
exactly.
enough of evidence to prove that he literally is alive. If an
And
investigative team can find that kind of information.
yep, and they tried to say that somebody changed their name, their username to that name, but they were
But you
showing
can't.
how you can you can you could look at like the history of usernames,
You're not
and
allowed to
that
take someone
the
else's name, right?
right, and that username has been the same. Um, it was something else. Oh, there's a memo in the Epstein files an- announcing the death of announcing the death of Jeffrey Epstein. The memo came out before he died.
Oh,
So,
interesting. Yeah, I didn't hear about that one.
so yeah, it was like it came out the night before the announcement, but before the time he was supposed to be dead.
That's just like with the
So,
Twin Towers. There was evidence that came out that people were talking about it before it happened, where the Israeli agents who were actually responsible for it, there's evidence of them communicating about it before it happened, right? So
mhm, that
seems like
is
a
true,
Mossad method of operation, something that they do,
right?
modus of operandi.
Kind of like the whole Charlie Kirk thing, where people were sending out the exact same tweet at the exact same time, almost as if it was done on a program where you could just manage different accounts.
Or the Maduro
And
thing, right? When the guy was on the betting website, betting about Maduro's gonna be not going to be the head of Venezuela by the end of January. How do you guys
mm,
have insider information about this kind of stuff?
mm.
Right?
So 3 countries have started an investigation based on things that have come up in the Epstein files. Lithuania, I think Turkey, and another country. Lithuania, I know for sure. 2 other countries over there about missing children in their country.
Well, because Turkey, there was like thousands, if not tens of thousands of kids that were trafficked.
Okay, so it must have been Turkey, and then I can't remember the third one then. And
Lithuania,
so,
that doesn't surprise me. Eastern Europe is
mm-hmm,
always been kind of known for all this kind of shit.
and
And I think Poland, I don't know if it's the other one you're thinking about, but not the kind of investigation you're hoping. Poland is trying to do the Russiagate bullshit on behalf of the NATO douchebags, where they're trying to pretend they're going to open an investigation into looking into how Putin is the running a honeypot operation, and Epstein was a Russian agent. This is what they're really going to fucking go with. They're going to try to
okay,
Russiagate all over again when it was whatever last however many years it's been, almost like it feels like it's a decade now. 2016, like a decade, right? It was the 2016 election that they were pretending was stolen. So
well, I could definitely tell you it wasn't Poland. I was thinking Slovenia or something like that.
okay, Wouldn't be surprised. The Europeans, like we've been saying for a long time, have been completely cucked by the Americans, right? They're vassal states. You know, that's how they're coming out to prove it. So,
Oh, this is interesting. Savannah Guthrie's in the Epstein files. Quite curious that her mother got kidnapped the day after. Is the Today Show talking about Epstein or Miss Nancy? So I don't watch the Today Show to know that. I did watch the video of the person coming to their house. Looks like they knew exactly how to get in. Like they knew where the spare key was. They're trying to hide from the camera. It just looks suspect. Like,
so who's Savannah
is
Guthrie?
this a family member? Or,
my bad, but I don't know who Savannah Guthrie is.
like a newscaster type person.
Oh, okay.
And then, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. And I had one more thing. You made me think of something when you were saying Savannah Guthrie is in the Epstein files.
Let's see.
Gosh, I lost it just that quick.
My bad.
That's okay.
Got kidnapped the day after. I'm not sure about what he's talking about there either. So
that's the same thing we were just talking about.
A newscaster who got her mom kidnapped the day after the files were released.
She's not a pastor. She's a newscaster for the Today Show.
Okay, the second lead of NBC's morning.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say.
Whoa, but Guthrie, but look, I think that last name, that's the last name of that YouTube prophet, pastor on YouTube that is a Trump supporter, like type thing. Guthrie. It's close
How
to
you
that.
doing, Latrell?
No, let's go.
Pastor Guthrie.
Well, I know the
I'm
Catholic.
seeing Guthrie. I'm seeing Guthrie's family pastor.
Saying we know the Catholic Church got caught up in all this child predator scandal several years ago. I'm a little bit curious as far as what's going on with the Protestant churches. I feel like there's probably the same kind of problem, but I would not be surprised to see this this pastor scandal 2.0 thing happening all over again. Pastors and rabbis, and then I feel the only ones not going to be are we going to be finding any, what do you call them, mullahs, the imams. I don't think we'll find too many of those in the files, but we'll probably find some rabbis and priests.
Yeah, so I think we shouldn't stop with these Epstein files. We need to redact the files from the Vatican, from all of these churches where they move pastors around and stuff like that. All those churches need to be raided, subpoenaed, give me these files. Like, if you're going to take them down, like, it has to be across the board, or else they're just going to, not just in synagogues, by the way. Because if you're not going to really take them down, they're just going to set up shop again.
Yeah. And you guys, if for whatever religious communities that feel that their religion is authentic and they're devout followers, you need to get rid of these people. You need to excommunicate them. You can't let them sully the name of your religion, or else you give all this ammunition to the atheists about how you guys are just full of shit, because you tend to prove us right. If you can't keep the pedo problem out of your religion. You're like
glitching. You're going in and out.
Oh, sorry. Am I back yet? You just have those.
I know that it's mostly Christians and Jewish people in those files.
Like, well, it's not more like evangelicals specifically.
Not one Muslim has. Well, okay, that's Christian, and Catholic is Christian, like
Yeah.
it's Christian.
Well, I'm gonna have to do we'll have to do a show
So
on
is that the SS? So is that the synagogue of Satan?
Yeah, apparently.
That's yeah. That's Jewish.
Good, well
It's in the
spoken.
Bible, right? Revelations 2:9, something like that. Let me see if I can look it up.
Look, because you say Islam is Ishmael. Like they got the hell up out of there, right? Huh?
Yeah, I didn't say Islam was in
Abraham.
there.
That's Abraham's son too, Ishmael.
Yeah.
But
No, I didn't say Islam was in the files.
No,
I said so far that's the only religion that's not in there.
You say that
that's
they
what I was
wasn't
saying.
in the
I'll
file,
bet you.
so they got the hell up out of there, right? Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, that's what it looks like so far. I'm trying to look up this. I think it's Revelations 2:9 or something.
I don't know
Let's see.
verbatim, but it's in there.
I know.
Well, I'd be
I
curious.
think it's 2:9 or 2:19.
Hello, Aaron Zombie. I don't think we've seen you before. Welcome. He's saying there are Islam leaders in the files for sure. We'll have to do a little investigation into that angle, I guess.
Yeah, you.
We're not speculating.
Well, can you name some so we could?
Because I know there's going to be Middle East
My
monarch.
speculation is
There's going to be those Gulf monarch.
my speculation is.
It's by Sheikh.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, my brother. My speculation is my education. This how I see things clearly. So,
Yeah.
let's go.
Well, what I meant by that is more speculating is good, but you don't have. It's not necessarily a way to come to a definitive answer. So when you get to an answer, the speculation is basically over at that point.
That's what they use in the DEA and all
Okay,
them
so it's
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's it's Revelations 2:9. I know this land. Wait, I think this is more of an interpretation. I just want the scripture. So maybe I should put scripture.
You're looking for a Bible quote that's talking about their hypocrisy or something?
Nah, that famous synagogue of Satan reference.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're gonna be one of their knee-jerk reactions to dismiss all of this is you guys talking about cannibalism and Jewish people is that classic blood libel thing. Just a whole bunch of anti-Semitism here, nothing to see here.
Well, that picture's
That's kind of how they feel they can get away with it, right? Is anything we do, we just throw out these anti-Semitism accusations, and then they'll believe us forever. Believe all women, believe all Jews, kind of like that's you can't do that. But trust but verify.
Hey, Randall.
Okay, I got it. Can I
Ishmael, that's Isaac, brother. Jacob, that's Esau, brother. Bro, you need to slow down and get your Bible facts straight. Let's go. Hey, peace to all and all peace, man.
Hold on, let's go back to that. Hold on. Okay, Revelation 2:9. I know your tribulations and your poverty, but you are rich, and the blasphemy by those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. That's Revelation 2:9. And then 3:9 says, behold, I will cause those of the synagogue of Satan who say that they are Jews, but are not, but I will make them come and bow down at your feet and make them know that I have loved you. I'm not a Christian, by the way. I just I'm not in any religion, by the way.
We're all steeped in that stuff. We all grew up with those kinds of.
You almost mesmerized me with your magic, huh? Hey, you almost mesmerized me with your false magic though for a minute. Hey man, hey, to each his own, man. I just do this more just to irritate your demons, huh? Let's go, huh?
And then, okay, so now I want to go back to what Aaron Zombie said, and then we'll get back to Rondo because that's a lot. This is a lot. Okay. Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see your face. Okay, so he says.
Yeah, this is real, but I'm fixing to get back on camera. I just had to let people know I'm real. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Good. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay, so Iran Zombie says that the Sheikh Imam is in the files. I'm not exactly sure who that is. And then he also says they were named on the floor today by the government. So I'm trying to Google it, but I don't see them coming up. So if you wanna like throw in a link or something and help us out, we're more than happy to research it.
Oh look!
Or you could jump on the chat
about the jerky emails. Okay, look. Oh yes, I watched a YouTube video. One trying to the other day, but the jerky is the code name. So there's a video. There's some videos with like code names for jerky out there. Go find one of them. But also, they said it was codes left in his room. Like he had a bunch of blankets and stuff. So they say that he escaped. And it makes sense because look, as soon as I seen that video of Jeffrey, man, they made that last week, man. He living good wherever he at, and it's speculation saying that they think that he's still alive. I know he alive. Even
they're
if
showing
the
pictures.
ultimate
Are y'all
hideout,
talking about Epstein? They're showing pictures
Jeffrey.
of him.
Yes, ma'am.
They're showing pictures of him in Israel, and people are doing like Chat GPT's face or whatever AI they're using, and ask in facial recognition software, asking is this the same? They're all getting affirmations from all these different AIs and software.
Yeah, the problem is that's not really good enough because the AI is notorious for telling you kind of just whatever you want to hear or just basically factually.
But you heard I said, and also facial recognition software.
Yeah, but I just don't trust the public's access to AI to be able to have that kind of to have access to that kind of reliable tech. I feel like the government has the facial recognition stuff that is reliable, like although it's not even right, because if you want to talk about the facial recognition, you know how like profiles and everything, and it's biased.
Okay, there you go.
But I just don't think we're going to be able to rely on digital evidence to try and prove that someone like that is alive. Let me ask you this,
my brother.
Sorry.
Okay, so we didn't have proof for all the stuff that we've been speculating and until it actually comes out. So I'm going with my gut.
Yeah.
Okay.
My gut feeling is telling me that he's alive, right? I'm going off my gut.
So my gut. I'm going 50 my gut.
Years old.
My gut tell me the same thing.
Let's go.
I'm just saying I'm a kind of guy who likes the actual, like the hard evidence, the smoking gun. And so it's not always easy to acquire.
Okay. Well,
it's easy because look. Let me ask both of y'all real quick. Would y'all trust y'all favorite church with that face recognition and stuff? They gonna need it to find out the real phenotype of Jesus, because he could be among us, or we entertain the angels, They'll use that to find out Michael, Gabriel. and all the angels. Let's go, huh?
So I don't know, Lance. So the
I don't
absence.
quite. Yeah.
Sorry,
I didn't.
there's.
Oh, go ahead.
I gotta look up the saying. There's the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Or I gotta look up what that means exactly. But that's sounds like what you're saying.
I'm going to
He's
Vatican
saying the
City
absence
and
of the
get a
smoking gun
facial
is the smoking gun,
recognition.
But you can't say the
meaning
absence of proof
Yes, it is. So
is
you
interchangeable with proof. That's like logically inconsistent.
when you're
his
talking
name
about
is Zombie.
hold on. When you're talking about conspiracy theories, when you're talking about
Yes,
the
ma'am.
government
I'm
trying
sorry.
to hide things from you, and you're trying to piece things together, some of a smoking gun can be a smoking gun because that's the very thing they're trying to keep away from you, like the redactions in the files, stuff like that.
It
Like,
can be, I think, but it has to be like a high bar of acceptance for that kind of a thing. As far as there is no proof because like the receipts were burnt kind of thing, and then there should be proof, and all the evidence points to the fact that that proof did exist, but it doesn't anymore. Like the deleted video minutes in the video feed for when he was allegedly unalived in prison. That is proof of missing proof. You know what I mean? But that's like in general, it's an important thing to be logically consistent to not accept that as like because that's basically a way for people to take a shortcut of instead of doing the due diligence of actually proving things properly, we can say we have enough circumstantial evidence to say our assumptions are correct. That's all I'm saying.
all right, so on this one, we can agree to disagree because throughout the history of this country, mankind, these people have been rewriting history, hiding things from us. Like you don't think of you question the Aboriginal, the indigenous of a lot of Black people in America, but you haven't done any of the research, and there
It's
is
not that
proof
I've done
out
any
there.
of it. I've done some research. It's that we are in
It's like
disagreement
you,
about what
but
research is valid.
you're looking for those who deceive you to give you the answers for the deception, and that's not going to happen. But we
Right,
can
but
agree to
that's the point.
disagree on this one.
I agree in that they're denying us the necessary information on purpose. My point is that we then don't get to say that because they've denied us the information that we have the information that they're denying us. That's obviously untrue. We have to admit
Well,
that we don't have the evidence because they've purged it, and that leaves us intentionally in the position of not being able to prove what we know is true, and that's meant to frustrate us into saying
I
we
get
don't
to
need
say it.
evidence.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna
It's up to
say it. I get
everyone.
to say it.
Yeah.
Hi, old man Barker. So, I forget your name. Aaron Zombie, which I gotta talk about that too because Moran Zombie's mother is in the Epstein files. I found that quite interesting, considering his stance on being not doing anything for Israel, but his mother is very, very well connected with Israel. So that makes me like step back from him for a moment. But the Sultan Ahmad bin Salayem, named by Massey over Epstein torture video email. So this was what he was talking about that happened on the House floor. He's the chairman and CEO of DP World, a major global logistics firm based in the UAE. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, based in the UAE. Why was Jeffrey Epstein buying all these 23andMe
logistics
packets and sending them to the UAE, and then the UAE rejected them for some reason, saying I think they aren't allowed to use them in their country or something like that. I can't remember.
I think he was trying to get extra DNA or something, huh? Right? look,
Yeah, I think it. So I'm saying this to you, Michael, for when you're ready to look into the whole eugenics piece of the files, to look out for that. He kept buying 23andMe
hey,
packets, and he was sending a lot of them
man,
to
that
the
man got to be
UAE.
the closest thing.
So
And
sending them
That man
as
got to be the
in,
closest thing to the devil or Satan, huh? Because look. Think about it. The bad guy who could get away with dodging them the most, huh? This guy looked like he knows alchemy. He was talking inside of the interview. He was talking about the philosopher's stone, and automatically I picked up on that alchemy. But this guy got to be the closest thing to Satan because Steve Bannon, that was the last thing they asked him. He was like, shit, I got one hell of a mirror. He said something about a mirror, but man, this man is the closest thing to
mm,
that thing to me. And I didn't mean to cut y'all wisdom. I was just adding on to it. Let's go, huh?
oh, no
no,
worries.
you're fine. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something um, that I have written down for this too. Um,
Well, while
for
you're
the eugenics discussion. So you
okay,
guys could go
yeah,
ahead and
while you're
talk.
looking, I'll just mention that this Suleiman, the Sultan Suleiman guy, you're muted there, Latrell, just in case. Nice. Is that hard lemonade? Nice. I was just saying, I've heard Kevork Almassian on Syriana Analysis. He was talking about the nice. He was talking about this Sultan Suleiman guy. I guess he's like a member of the UAE government. I think he's like some kind of a the economics advisor, kind of one of those people. And he did the thing about proving that this guy is like in the process of making deals with Canada, and he's supposed to be like coming up soon or recently. He's in a document with making arrangements with the government of Canada to finalize some kind of trade deal, and Canada's gonna have to cancel that fucking deal, or else they're gonna go forward like shaking hands and signing contracts with people that have been proven to be in the Epstein files. So.
I want to see if I could try to find this. Um, there's a picture of Epstein with. It's like this. He's not a eugenics professor, but like, gosh, it's at Harvard too.
So it's Eugene, but look here. We
What does
need
that
a
mean as far
hacker
as Eugene?
to get inside of this database and pull up something that we're not supposed to be seeing. And let's start this 19 over again. Ain't it 2026? Huh? But let's take the leverage in our hands. Let's make it a COVID 26. Let's go, huh? Right? I don't want to do shit. Huh? This time here, boy, I'm trying to hit PPPs and everything. Huh? Let's go.
When you
Sit
say
back,
hit
that
PPPs, what
government
are you
check.
talking about? You're talking about you're talking about
Was it?
like
I
looking
think, look,
going through people who are scamming with the PPP loans.
no, meaning that
What you talking
y'all
about?
just said it earlier that the 19 happened after he got locked up and shit. So somebody need to pull something, redact something that we ain't supposed to see and make, and let's get the leverage and let's make a COVID 26, huh? And shut this bitch down and let's don't do nothing. Let's all get paid, huh? Let's just, hey, shit, ain't nobody
I'm
working, huh?
confused.
Well,
Let's get paid, huh?
as
Let's
far as
shit.
now is a
How
good time for a general strike with the
Yeah, come
people
on, let's
protesting
go.
over the ICE stuff.
What?
Might as well say until these files are dealt with properly
Man,
and
we
these
ain't
ICE
doing a
people are
goddamn
taken off the
thing.
streets, it's time for no
Yeah.
work, right?
No
Let's all
work.
sit down.
Shit, it take everybody, white people, black people, Mexicans, especially. We gotta train y'all, man, to be Americans and not Mexicans, huh? Y'all be doing too much, and it take a bunch of y'all.
Wait, what is
I'm
happening?
no, it ain't nothing happening. I'm adding suspense, and I'm Charleston White right now. Let's go, but
Wait, no. Oh my gosh, with Charleston
no,
White,
but
Orlando Brown. That's what
yeah,
you on
Orlando.
right now.
No,
Wait,
but you know, I be doing too.
he
I be doing too
trolling
much.
right.
But look, no, but I'm not trolling on truths. Let's try to shut this bitch down. We get the power this
I'm
time,
now
right?
trying to shut it down.
COVID-26.
Well, to be honest, there is a new strain of COVID that has come out that they're not really talking about. It
Oh,
was
there is there?
it was discovered at the end of last year, but they're not. It's kind of being hush hush about it.
There's a new strain of
It hadn't
narrative
quite
out there.
reached America yet. I mean, you
Man,
could
that
Google it.
strand got troglodyte juice in it.
Now you're trolling.
I've been saying for a little while now that
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No. Okay. I'm going Bible just for 1 minute. But it's all genetics. I mean, it's all genetics. Even the eugenics is in Genesis, but when the Elohim made this, look, the Garden of Eden is a laboratory, but which came first? Didn't the creation, creatures, and creators, content creators came, right?
You messing my head up.
Simeon. No, look. So look, it say in the Bible, if you read chapter 1 Genesis like you retarded, like you can't read, you gonna get it. Huh? Because look, that first, the Elohim, but they changed it to God. Make them in our image. They made creation, the stars and all that, right? What came next? The creatures. But the creatures was the beast of the earth. In the Garden of Eden, there was the beast of the field. So Simeon, that's associated to ape. But didn't the ape come first? Huh?
Actually,
The content creators came last. Then 2 was the Garden of Eden.
This is why I don't take
and
it.
it's ass backwards.
I don't take it as
No,
established fact what it says in the Bible as
Bro.
far as the creation of
no, but
humans.
look. This is established fact. Look,
Just because
this
it's in
is
the book,
well, you
established
gotta let him
fact.
finish. You gotta let him finish.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you got.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Let
sorry.
me
I'm sorry.
finish.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, just because it's in the book doesn't mean that we need to believe it. People just take it as if it's true when you got no reason to do that.
Mine is backed up by I've been in medical rabbit holes where I seen that it is a simian infectious virus like HIV.
I don't know about that.
Okay,
I got
so
a cousin that died in the in the 90s, but we going by look, but it makes sense. Creation, the stars and all that. I'm just saying.
Again, about proof, right? We
I
don't
was just gonna say the first.
Okay.
The first thing wasn't an ape. It was a single-celled organism in the water.
But still, look, the grass and all that has to be maintained. That was naturally maintained by cows and all that. Cattle is so associated with the eco, like with the atmosphere and all that. But I'm not trolling. I'm dead ass serious. I stand on this where in medical shits, it is a simian infectious virus. But human is in the ape family. And I'm gonna mute up. I ain't trolling or nothing. I'll die on that. Let's go.
I was just gonna say, as far as the COVID stuff, they're just waiting to roll that narrative back out whenever the moment that it's actually viable. Because I think if they try to roll it out too soon, it's not going to work. People aren't going to pick it up. But if they pick their moment, and then the people are all primed to be terrified over something like that, like biological threat like that, it'll just COVID will happen all over again, like 2020, whatever. People are just maybe not ready en masse to believe that kind of a narrative yet. But as soon as they are, and they have the surveillance in place to be able to monitor the mass populations as to when we are collectively in that state of mind, then they're going to roll out this kind of there's another pandemic and people will eat it up, right? Hook, line, and sinker, and then they'll go get another shot, whether it's safe or not.
Yes.
So,
just to
all of this runs off of
Latrell, just
yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Just to say, I'm not saying you're inaccurate or anything. I don't know that. I know that we're the closest to us as humans are the bonobos, and I know that our DNA structure is only like 5% difference, and we bonobos use their opposable thumbs and their instincts, and I mean they're not dumb, but they don't have the abilities that we have because our brain power is so much more than theirs, and our DNA is only like 5% different.
Hey, it's a sort of man
imagine,
that.
Wait, hold on. Imagine.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, imagine if there's another being in our Milky Way that DNA is only 5% different from ours. Like, we look like bonobos to them. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, look at them. They learn quantum theory. Isn't that cute? You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like we're children to them. So I hear what you're saying. I do have an article I want. You want to respond? Because I have an article I want Michael to see when he comes back. But me and you, we can continue on this vein if you like.
Quantum shit. They quantum leaping. Remember that show on NBC, Quantum Leap? Come on, baby girl. Hey,
Yeah,
you are dealing with one of the greatest ever, but hey, that I'm dead serious on the simian because I forgot. Oh, okay. All strands, this COVID, that bird flu, all these are associated to Fauci's first appearance, looking like in 19, but this was like back in 1979, 78. Everything is associated. All these infectious viruses and diseases are associated to the HIV AIDS. And who was the face of that? Huh? Them boys was looking like the boy Queen. I mean, the dude from Queen, We Are the Champions. So just so happened in Planet of the Apes, the one with Mark Wahlberg, that HZT is almost similar. Sounds like what Magic Johnson was the face of, but they was trying to cure all timers, and look what actor that they had playing Mark, or the other dude dad. But I'm just saying, I ain't
Someone
doing it.
said, Rondo said Freddie Mercury, maybe? I don't know who that is.
Freddie Mercury, yes. Queen.
Okay.
Fauci
I'm kind of lost because I don't know
that, like 2019. Yeah. Like back then, in the 70s, when that AIDS virus first came out, it was killing like Rock Hudson and all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, it's another entity that done slid up in here. If there is evil in the world, And Jeffrey, damn. I almost called Jeffrey Epstein Jeffrey Dahmer, but shit, they
I
probably
heard
some
that.
kin.
Well, he was eating people.
Close enough.
They
Close
yes,
enough.
they are all CIA operatives. They are all CIA, all them nerdy motherfuckers with all them glasses and shit. Them the most dangerous people. Dexter motherfuckers.
Okay, well, speaking of that, then I wanted to show you this, Michael, the ones with the big old glasses, the Dexter motherfuckers. Okay. Epstein files reveal deeper ties to scientists than previously known. All right, so I'm just gonna, latest batch of documents show researchers consulting the financier and sex offender on publications, visas, and more. I'm gonna go down to this part. This is just showing, how many, background, whatever. Some people he was financing, yada, yada. Here we go. Evolving understanding. One of Epstein's closest academic connections was mathematical biologist Martin Nowak. Probably Novak. In his 2011 book, Super Cooperators, Novak describes how he was cold called by Epstein while a researcher at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey, and invited to Epstein's island. On the last day of my visit, Jeffrey said he would build an institute for me, Novak wrote. Novak moved to Harvard in 2003 and with a $6.5 million check from Epstein, founded the program for evolutionary dynamics.
The PED program, of course.
What?
It's the acronym for the Program for Evolutionary Dynamics.
Oh, PED
program.
Not
Romanian. Not related at all, no.
Not Romanian women.
A center that modeled evolution using mathematics. Epstein was not just a donor, but deeply involved. Office 610 in the PED building was known as Jeffrey's office. Epstein visited several times each year, scheduled meetings with Novak and other academics in the area. In 2021, after renewed scrutiny, Harvard closed the PED and placed sanctions on Novak, which were lifted in 2023.
Transylvania.
You want me to keep reading?
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead, baby girl. Let's go.
In 2008, Karina Tornita, a mathematician from Romania, became Novak's PhD student. Emails show that she was in contact with Epstein as early as December 2008, 6 months after his conviction. They also show that in April 2009, Tornita provided wire transfers details for 2 Romanian women, one of whom Epstein sent $10,000 and the other $5,000. The financial transactions, first reported by Romanian, they prompted online speculation because of its apparent similarity to Epstein's alleged wire payments for sex trafficking in Eastern Europe. However, Tornita, now a mathematical biologist at Princeton University in New Jersey, says that the payments were scholarships for young female mathematicians in Romania. In a statement to Nature, she said that Epstein was inspired by her own career trajectory to support other early career women in mathematics. Sure.
If you want
I
to
can't read the rest of this.
We could probably find it in
mathematics.
Yeah,
mathematics
Nature.
Is
you have
to
this is a Nature article.
To God, right?
You know how to use the archive.is?
Mathematics.
No.
So just take the link, copy the link.
Romania.
I think I've done that before. Is it like archive.is or something?
Yeah, it's really simple. Just copy the link.
I'm checking in. Go to Transylvania.
Yeah, they got the people, the recruiting women from Romania, right? It's like get those Transylvanian.
And that man, yes,
trackers.
That man is the closest thing to Satan. I swear to God, he's the closest thing to Satan ever.
Yeah, archive.is.
Is it JS or IS?
IS. And then there should be 2 places to put a link in, one to search and one to save. So put it in the blue one, and then that'll check to see if it's already been saved before. and it usually is, but it's a recent article, so it might not have been already. But I don't know who's out there, but a lot of people archive stuff right away. So, and if it's not archived, then you can do it yourself. You just got to wait for it to finish. But yeah, it looks like there's the rest of the article right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Nifty little trick, eh?
Yeah. I
Tate,
think I've used it
the
before,
boxer
but I
Tate,
forgot.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, the Tate brothers.
What are we talking about with Tate?
I don't know.
Oh, he's in the comments.
No, he said and Tate was plugged into that shit too. Didn't you say his daddy CIA? Well, look, CIA cannot operate in America. So who covers America's back? So the CIA operates everywhere else, wherever it's that white guy in like third world countries or jungle areas and all that, Africa and all that, China and all that. Even in the Black Panther, huh? That was CIA. Let's go, huh?
Yeah, good point. And it's probably the plausible deniability. They need to wash each other's hands, so they get the Mossad to operate on American soil, and then the Americans operate abroad. CIA. So good point.
Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this, right? You guys can see it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to make it bigger.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Epstein had an intense connection with PED. I forgot what the acronym is for again. The program of evolutionary dynamics. Program for evolutionary dynamics. Okay. So he had intensive connection with the program for evolutionary dynamics and the scientists who worked there. Tornita, for example, sent Epstein annual birthday greetings in 2010 and 11 and thanked him for helping her to get a visa. In her statement, Tornita now says, "I am revolted by his depravity and regret having met him." But didn't it say she met him after he got up here? It was like
6 months after.
Yeah, 6 months after conviction. So, girl, stop.
I mean, some people don't really read the news or go doing background checks on people, but I don't necessarily believe that a lot of these people didn't know that he was convicted.
Coded.
Now, here's the juicy part.
She bit off more than she could chew, man. That's a vampire. Let's go.
Epstein was also enmeshed in the program for evolutionary dynamics work. Emails show that he regularly discussed science with Novak and Tornita and suggested that they pursue research aligned with his pet interests, including commercial evolution and pre-life. He was also quite invested in their progress. In 2010, when the scientists had a paper accepted to Nature, Novak shared the page proofs with Epstein before it was published, and Epstein shared advice for dealing with criticism of the paper. Other scientists who Nature talked to and who were not involved with Epstein say that the newly revealed details raise questions about private funding for academia.
Timeout, Abby? Looks like he's calling for a timeout.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like, you guys.
Whoa.
I mean, I was pretty much finished.
Pre-life. Pre-life. See there? Come on. Let's go, huh? He worried about pre-life? Man, he's trying to smash the heel. That's going back to Genesis, huh?
Trying to become God?
No.
What is pre-life? I don't even know. What is this?
Pre-life, look.
You should look that up.
That's look, that's pre-life. So that's before you was popping off. You was in your dad. You know what I'm saying? We going to that, right?
If you look in the Epstein files, he was like very much into like using maybe using stem cells and
genetic. Look, okay, stem cells. So look, the stem cells was cut down. That 120, that God with the nostrils could not strive with man no longer. So he went back inside of the Garden of Eden. You know, the oldest living man was Noah's great granddad. When Noah's dad seen Noah, he was like, Girl, you've been cheating with a fallen angel.
Yeah, so I guess this
Okay,
pre-life.
wait. Okay. Go ahead after your comment because I think you guys are going to want to hear this.
Okay.
Because I'm opening his article, the Novak's article, and reading the abstract when you're done. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I think this pre-life stuff is got to be about the immortality research, because if you can figure out how life was created from nothing, then maybe you can figure out how to prevent life from returning to nothing.
I'm
That's my
amazed, bro.
speculation.
So,
I'm amazed
Sean.
by
Oh,
just the life juice. Huh? I'm amazed. Yes, go
so
ahead.
Sean says pre-life refers to the era before life emerged on Earth, characterized by prebiotic chemistry, or alternatively a spiritual life before birth, pre-existence.
Okay. I could answer that. Okay. Hold on. In Jeremiah got a vision of seeing the earth when it was under like null and void, that there was kingdoms here, but there was not Homo sapien man. So let's go. That's in Jeremiah. He had a vision.
So my only concern with that is that we well I just have to say this is a perspective from one religious book. So I wish Rondo was here so he could, or someone from a different religious perspective, so they could
Man, I
give
need a
their.
Muslim to come up here right now, man. Hey, just so happened, look, my 2 months in jail, I was around a Muslim when we chopping it up, and on my end of sentence, I was around a Moor that I told him, bro, man, go on home, man, and fight it. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God.
Well, maybe
Let's
if
go.
there's someone someone who wants to join and give a different perspective, and it might be kind of the same perspective, just spoken from different stories. You never know until we have the conversation. So with that being said, I want to read to you guys the abstract of Novak's paper that he published.
Never heard of that one.
Huh?
Sorry, eusociality. New word of the day.
Yes, and we're about to learn it. Okay, so this is Novak and Cornita. I don't know who Edward Wilson is. The evolution of eusociality. Eusociality, in which some individuals reduce their own lifetime reproductive potential to raise the offspring of others, underlies the most advanced forms of social organization and the ecological dominant role of social insects in humans. For the past 4 decades, you want to unpack that before I keep going?
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Social insects and humans? The word choices matter here.
Well, insects are social. They move in groups. They're tribal, just like humans are.
Okay, but
and so are animals.
This was before humans, huh? Come on.
So let me start over.
Was around where the grass was there.
Yeah, so let me start over, because that was a lot to dissect. Okay.
Well, they're making a very powerful claim here because they're saying eusociality is this phenomenon which some individuals reduce their own lifetime reproductive potential, which is a very operational definition. But
well, not necessarily, because we have to read the entire thing.
But they're claiming that this altruistic motive of raising somebody else's kids is the most advanced form of social.
No. You don't know what they're claiming yet. Yeah. That was just a definition of eusociality. The claim is further down.
The definition is a claim, is what I'm saying.
But you don't know what they're claiming.
Well, yeah, we have to read more for sure.
Right. Okay. Eusociality, in which some individuals reduce their own lifetime reproductive potential to raise the offspring of others, underlies the most advanced forms of social organization and the ecologically dominant role of social insects and humans.
So there's a bit of a...
Yeah, it's like I need to read...
Darwinian stuff about they're ecologically dominant because they're social organization, whatever. it sounds like fucking eugenics already. So sorry to interrupt.
You know what's interesting? Okay, in reading it again, it makes me think of slavery, where the enslaved women weren't really allowed to raise their own children, but were like breastfeeding the children of the slave masters, in their workers. Because it says right here, in which some individuals reduce it doesn't say whether it's voluntary or not, but reduce their own lifetime reproductive potential to raise the offspring of others.
Yeah.
And that underlies the most advanced forms of social organization and the ecological dominant role of social insects and humans. I'm glad we kept reading it over and over. Like, does that make what I said make sense to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like I see the same thing with the ruling class. With their life expectancy is like 15 to 20 years longer than the rest of the working class. That is them reducing our lifetime reproductive potential because they're stealing our life force like a vampire, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Look,
so I'm glad we
watched.
we went back and read it a couple of times. Do you have a point? You have a point for this sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yes. I watched a 2010 Antic Frost where like it got so cold that the fog from the coldness was killing people, but they say that overall this is lit. This is the gem right here. Citizens are the last to know what the fuck's going on. So let's go, huh?
Exactly. Okay. So now that we've kind of unpacked what we think you so why can't I say it now?
Eusociality. It's a weird word.
They took my tongue. Eusociality. Okay. For the past 4 decades, kin selection theory, based on the concept of inclusive fitness, has been the major theoretical attempt to explain the evolution of eusociality. Here we show the limitations of this approach. We argue that the standard natural selection theory, in the context of precise models of population structure, represents a simpler and superior approach, allows the evaluation of multiple competing hypotheses, and provides an exact framework for interpreting empirical observations.
So that last sentence
Holy shit.
more, I feel ambiguous, where they're saying that they're arguing that standard natural selection theory is more precise and simpler and superior than decades or kin selection theory. So we kind of need to look up, I guess, what they're talking about as far as kin selection theory.
That mean like that mean like the Ottoman Empire. That's where that Hasbro chin. That's where that elongated chin come in at. But
we have to look up
I
kin
think
selection
eugenics is the same as Eugene. Eugene is short for eugenics, but you say that the EU. Okay, I get that. For some people.
Let me
let's go.
Let me read what he's in the chat. Okay, kin selection theory is an evolutionary. Should I put this on the screen? Some people are more
sure, if you want.
More not as auditory. Okay.
But to what you were saying, Latrell, as far as the name Eugene and eugenics, if you look up what the name Eugene means, it translates to well-born, noble. So they're like literally the reason why the word eugenics is chosen to be the word that represents the concept is because the name already represents the concept of eugenics.
But who is noble? We aren't noble. Aren't the blue buds noble? So pull up the Ottoman Empire. That's the vampires.
Hold on. We're gonna do kin selection theory first. Okay. Kin selection.
Okay.
Kin selection
Hey,
theory.
I love to just wait. I love to be around like this here because I can't get to doing that live and stuff, but I appreciate it. I'm gonna slow down. You know, so I'm gonna start walking slow. Thank y'all.
I'm
You're,
curious to see what you're
you're
talking
Putting up
about.
with
excited.
me. You know what
You're
I'm saying? I'm just
excited,
trying
and
to
we're
add content.
no,
That's
you're
all.
excited, and we're happy that you're excited, and we're gonna pull it up, but we got to get through this abstract first, so we could like really have a clear understanding of what they're talking about, because I don't think we do yet. Like it took us a minute to get the use of sociality, whatever. So now we gotta figure out kin selection theory, and then go to what they're trying to prove based on what you said sociality is and what kin selection theory is. And then we could pull up the Ottoman thing. So kin selection theory is an evolutionary principle explaining how altruistic behaviors, actions that benefit others at the cost to the performer. We talked about that, right?
That's that use sociality. I was saying they're talking about altruism, right?
Okay, an evolutionary principle explaining how altruistic behaviors, actions that benefit others at a cost to the performer, can evolve when they are directed toward genetic relatives. So the
You're
core
trying to talk about
idea.
the evolution of the behavior itself. So because it's strange how I think in their minds, how does altruistic behavior even carry forward into the future? If people sacrifice themselves, how does the behavior survive? They're saying, I guess their descendants would have carried forward the behavior by learning it, by observing it.
So the core idea is that an individual can increase the survival of its own genes, not just by reproducing directly, but by helping relatives who carry those same genes to survive and reproduce. So maybe this is why he was sending all those DNA kits to the UAE, trying to we're all us elites, we need to be the ones that are genetically superior moving forward at the behest of all of the worker bees and the Goem. That's what they call us, Goem. So now that I read that, does anybody have something to say before I go back to this abstract?
Well, I just recognize they're viciously twisting the concept of altruism to to fit their eugenic kind of purposes. So they're trying to we gotta maybe look up this thing called TESCREAL after we get around to the other things we're gonna look up first, because that's basically where we're going with this topic here. TESCREAL is like an acronym. I forget what each letter stands for, but it is this stuff about eugenics and altruism and like technocracy and stuff. It's all wrapping up into one big ball.
So I feel like I know. This is really okay. Let me just finish reading.
Sure.
Now that we know what kin selection is, for the past 4 decades, kin selection theory, based on the concept of inclusive fitness, has been the major theoretical attempt to explain the evolution of sociality. Here we show the limitations of this approach. Not saying that they don't want this approach. They're looking for a different approach. We argue that standard natural selection theory in the context of precise models of population structure represents a simpler and superior approach and allows the evaluation of multiple competing hypotheses and provides an exact framework for interpreting empirical observations. So it sounds like to me that they're arguing like through through data and mathematical simulations, they would be able to eliminate through it's not so standard natural selection, because they are manipulating the natural selection, i.e. COVID and things like that, to reach eusociality quicker and more and easier then trying to manipulate the genes and the cloning and all that stuff. That's what I just got from the abstract. What, anybody want to speak on that?
Well, what I'm getting is when they say standard natural selection theory, I feel like that's code words for like the old-fashioned Darwinist evolutionary science, right?
Uh-huh.
But that's not, you can't say that anymore because it's been associated with, it's been tainted by the historical exposure of Darwinism as being unscientific and prejudiced and discriminatory. So I think what they're literally trying to say is this newer theory that's still pretty much like the modern evolution of eugenics in scientific thought is limited. And why is it limited? Because it's not the old original eugenics theory, which is being proven by this new evolution, whatever, as superior. So they're literally just trying to say, we told you so, we were always right, whatever. Evolution is Darwinist or whatever. So suck on that. And it's like, fuck you, you fucking white supremacist. You're never gonna be right about this science. It's not science. It's just your bias being regurgitated on the page with some scientific sounding language.
What happened?
I don't know. I landed my plane wherever.
Oh, okay.
Abruptly. So.
Wait, are you being facetious, Aaron Zombie?
Well, I thought what he was saying was a little bit. I never heard anybody talking about Islam occult magic. That's interesting. He's saying the Middle East has never been fully conquered because of a dome of pure magic and Islam traditions that are way more important than the religion itself. So I don't really follow you there. I'm not saying that the Middle East has yet to be conquered because magic is holding the capitalists and the white supremacists at bay. I feel like the Middle East has been conquered for a long time. They're trying to regain their liberation to this day. Like the Middle East was conquered in 1948 when Israel was established. Although it's not technically conquered, they tried to conquer it. And if Iran, it's what we're kind of the general consensus among the communists today is if Iran falls, then they will finish conquering the Middle East.
There's a few more countries on the list. They managed to destabilize a lot of them, but conquer, that's a strong word. Well,
as far as
if you consider having all the if you consider taking control of their resources, then yeah, they have been conquered a couple of times.
Like we're saying about a lot of countries around the world, their sovereignty is not really real.
Right.
So
it's propped up by a colonized puppeteer.
Yeah, you got these client state Gulf monarchies, and their sovereignty is bound up in the monarchies, and they're withholding the democratic will of the people from being permitted, established, in the name of their monarchy is more important than your rights. But their monarchy only exists because these monarchies are sanctioned by the Americans and the British, or have been historically. So.
I was going to move to my phone and go in the kitchen. That means I won't be a host anymore.
I was just going to use the bathroom briefly.
Oh, well, you do that first.
Too much coffee here.
Okay, you do that first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta
made my head
go around the
hurt.
block
So,
for a few minutes, but hey, I'm gonna come back up here. You know what I'm saying? This is a rest break. I'm sorry, baby girl. Let's go.
No, you're fine. I wanted to have a minute before you go around the block, because I wanted to wrap up what you were saying about the Ottoman Empire, how it like bring it back into what we were talking about with this abstract about eusociality. Do you remember?
Vaguely, but
Oh shucks,
yeah,
that happens. That
no,
happens a lot.
look, that Romania, look, that area, that Eastern Europe, that's that Transylvania. I mean, the Ottoman Empire, they was cousins. That was World War One. What really sparked it off? A certain prince or son got assassinated, like whole family, and that sparked off World War One. But wherever, look, it's a play on words. There are two, what? The British Empire vampires, the Ottoman vampires. Let's go.
You know, this is why I have to rewatch Sinners again with a different understanding. Yeah, founded in Anatolia, the location of modern day Turkey. Turkey is one
I'm
of.
sorry. I wasn't on none of that sci-fi stuff. Like as a kid and all that, I was on like war movies and you know what I'm saying, Boys in the Hood and all that. But now I could sit down and watch any vampire movie and get something from it. But it was a goal that a certain body language that my dad gave me a couple years ago. I'm like, Dad, man, this Bible look like monsters in it. The way it was a goal. And ever since then, it's been a decodation of but hey, peace and blessings. Hey, thank y'all. I mean, I thank y'all for just allowing me up here because most people been done kicked me out and all that. But I'm gonna calm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna walk real slow. Let's go, huh?
I mean, we're glad you're excited. Like,
yeah, thank you for joining us.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go on this and see what happens. And then I got to put headsets in so I could start cooking. And maybe I could just run around the kitchen with you.
Sure.
I don't see the link. Huh. It's not pinned. What happened?
That's what I was saying. I don't think it actually
maybe that's
pinned
why
properly.
nobody's come. Okay, let me fix it. I just
I was
saw
trying to do it, and I don't see
Lance wants to come because he said it's not pinned.
People were saying to press the 3 dots or something on the channel when we open it in a different browser or whatever, but
I got you.
I didn't see no dots. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Whatever 3 dots I clicked, it didn't have in the menu the option that I was looking for. So, but we have to be live for you to show me how to pin the thing. Otherwise, we can't really do a demonstration. So, but
I'm about to show you right now.
Yeah, because I don't want to. Yeah, okay. I went to the YouTube screen, and maybe I have to go to the YouTube studio instead of just the channel. Because that's what I just went to our.
No, you just go to the channel.
Right,
just go to the channel. Okay.
So show me here now.
I'm about to. Okay, so this is me. I just did it, right?
Yeah.
So dots.
Yeah, I clicked there.
Wait, what just happened?
That's what I'm saying.
Timeout.
So when you did it before, there's another option there, supposed to be, because that's what every time I've done it, that's what comes up, and I'm like, well, what are you guys telling me to do that, and it didn't even work? I'm confused. So.
That's weird. So go to channel. Let me see what happens if I hit go to channel. Thank you, Lance. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, I'm glad that you did this live here because now I'm vindicated a little bit. Like I did exactly what you told me to, and that's what happened on my end, and now it's happening on your end. But what's weird is that you're going there doing that expecting a different result, and so why is it different? This is a technology thing. Everyone saw technology is going to save the world. It's like, why is it so hard to use then? This is the simplest thing we're trying to do. Why is this hard?
So then that means that means that we'll just have to keep copying it and pasting it in the chat.
Yeah, just
so
every once in a while.
I'm gonna put the link in the private chat so you'll just have it on you. And like every now and again, but I'm gonna try again. Let's try again. Now that hit the three. Yeah, that's weird.
Well, Black Lives says, Abby, check your text. So maybe she knows the answer.
Check my text. Oh. No, she's trying to see if I need anything. No, I'm about to get up.
Okay, cool.
And go in the other room. But you have it on your
yeah, well, I can
have it, and you could just keep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep. Why is it not here?
I can keep adding it. I don't even need it in the private chat. There's the invite guest to studio button at the bottom of the StreamYard page, and you just get the link from there. So anyway, go ahead.
Well, it's in the private chat too.
Oh, this is where YouTube rejected my. I tried to did this at the beginning, and it did this to me too. So it's saying YouTube rejected my comment. This is fairly common when sharing a link. You may need to share the link another way. We may need to change a setting. That's probably
no. You have to go to the channel,
right,
where we're on live and put in the chat there.
From what I remember, the other weeks we were streaming before, we were able to put a link directly from the StreamYard.
Yes, but something's going on.
It wasn't rejecting it, so something has changed.
Something's changed. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Okay.
See you in whatever little bit.
I'll be right back.
I was gonna say, as far as what Latrell was saying, happy for us to have him up here with us. This is something I've noticed with a lot of the podcasters, like the socialist, the communist kind of podcasters. We're supposed to be, our thing is like the politics of the working class. We're not really supposed to be a separate class from them. So when we're wanting to, like, our philosophy is we want to hear from the people, because like we are the people, right? We're not inherently any better than anyone else. And I think that like socialist YouTube or whatever you want to call it, like BreadTube, we can be a little bit chauvinist in that a lot of the people that are of the working class, maybe they're not educated in a way that we like, so we reject them, say, I'm not wasting my time with these fools, I got better things to do. And that is not really walking the walk of our politics, just my my little opinion on that. I mean, it's not easy when people come on with what we feel be like an unscientific take or something. We got to kind of push back on it, but we're not trying to damage relations with people. We're trying to form new relationships with. Like, we need to do our best to like let people have their freedom of thought and freedom of expression while still maintaining our integrity. We don't have to throw away our positions on things just because somebody who is of our own class is maybe lacking some of the information that we've picked up because we were interested in enough to go research it, right? The only reason why we know a lot of this stuff is because we took the time to go figure it out. And a lot of people just have yet to have done that. And they're less likely to go looking into like what is communism if we, the communists, when they go talk to us, we piss them off, right? So go ahead, Abby.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I put the link in the chat, but then when I went into the kitchen, it's not there to click on. Well, today's not our day for open discussion, is it?
Well, let me just pop the link
Oh,
back in there.
you know what? Put it in the disk. Oh, there it is. Oh no, I'm looking at my computer on my ceiling. So okay, here we go.
I think it would be funny. What would happen if I banned myself from it?
Please don't.
That I guess we're just gonna have to every once in a while put it in there. That's fine. So I see we got 11 people watching. If you're not keen on pulling up to have a chat with me, with us, that's all good. But if you'd like to share, subscribe, I'd appreciate that. Don't have to do that either.
So
Everything is voluntary.
You can hear me. Yay!
Yay! And now there's two of you.
Now there's two of me. I guess one of me I'm gonna have to turn the camera on.
Well, we could put the other one backstage for now.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Cool beans. All right. New topic.
Yeah, we gotta think of what else to. Let's see. See, I gotta
Cause the last thing.
Gotta just write down some things worth talking about because what I haven't really been doing any like on Thursday I do a bunch of work offline ahead of time so that I know what I'm going to talk about, but on Tuesday I don't do that. I just show up and see what happens, but I feel a little unprepared.
Yeah, I understand. I did have some notes to talk about some stuff. I think it's funny, like they're trying to eat their own. Um, Thomas Massey, they're trying to eat him alive because he won't go along with all the narratives. Um,
Yeah,
let me pull it up. So
I've been kind of watching Thomas Massey for the last few years now, curiously wondering how much longer are they going to let him keep what purpose does it serve for them to let him say the shit that he does and try and I guess he doesn't just say things or whatever. He'll put forward bills and stuff to try and get things done in a way that is supposed to be whatever the politics with integrity kind of thing, but still a capitalist at the end of the day.
Wouldn't he also be considered controlled opposition?
Yeah, it's how long is this this leash that they've given him valuable to them before they rein him back in? Or is he is the wagging is Thomas Massey an example of the tail wagging the dog? I mean, is he actually independent enough to be able to say these things? Or hey, what's up?
People are always already saying, "Oh, he's going to save the party." Massey for president 2028.
Yeah. Hi, Abby and Michael. How you guys doing?
Oh, hi, Michael.
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry to interrupt. Didn't mean to. Just want to say hello.
Oh, that's fine.
No, that's why we're here.
Yeah. Massey, to be honest, I think he's probably like a controlled, moderate Republican for 2028 because there are not too many moderate Republicans. There are not too many moderate Republicans in the Republican Party anymore, and it's been dwindling or declining. Since the 1990s.
So it's do you think they're going to be able to reclaim the Republican Party, or is the moderates over?
I'll say this: there are more moderates in the Democratic Party than there are moderates in the Republican Party, and it shows to me that when Democrats won in Texas, when Democrats won in Texas in a special election, it showed me that the days of Republicans gaining control is probably dwindling, or is probably declining, going into 2026 in the midterms. But we don't know about what's going to happen in 2028 because 2020 is going to be very competitive, given the fact that American voters have grown frustrated with both political parties, I mean, especially Democrats for sure, because Democrats have not done a good job of delivering delivering promises to their constituents, which is obviously very clear to us, right? But then for Republicans, Republicans never kept any promises or didn't say that, hey, once they got elected to office, they were going to do something for their constituents. Uh, yeah, do something for their constituents specifically. So Republicans never made that promise.
I
But we
feel
also, oh, go ahead.
you could finish your statement.
Oh yeah. So I was saying that it's like what American freedom voters have been saying, last 10 years, or Foundation of Black American Voters. It makes no difference, who wins in office or who's going to deliver something and who's not going to deliver anything at all. And so that's why state and local politics is definitely more important to focus on because they impact us more directly than federal and our public officials in Congress at the federal level. They're not willing to change and not willing to fight for us, especially Democrats. So I had to start bringing that there, really, because the Democrats are
Well,
not
I
showing skin in the game to really buck the old guard.
I think it makes a difference to them because it might not make a difference to Black foundational Black Americans, but it makes a difference to them. And so I'm glad you said that because I was going to say I think a lot of it has to do with how well or how bad the economy is doing. Because if the economy is not doing well, they're going to hire. I mean, they're going to vote for a Democrat to fix
Right,
it, and then they'll go back to it's a balance of okay, fix the economy, but I want to keep this hierarchy the way it is. So once you fix the economy, we're gonna have to go back to like make sure we're stabilizing the hierarchy of the caste
right,
system.
right, and right. So it's really, right. It's really like a pendulum, really, from Democrats, Republicans, and then Republicans back to Democrats, and to us, it's not going to be a new pattern at all. And I've seen this, movie so many times, and it's ridiculous in America that we can't even get any policies done, especially comprehensive policies to undo the system. But Michael? How about in Canada? What's it like in terms of the social liberal Democrats and conservatives?
Well, we have a little difference in that we have the NDP.
Mm-hmm.
So our duopoly, I guess, is a triopoly. But the NDP for the last, I don't know how many years now. It's been like for the last like half a decade. They've been just propping up liberals. Liberals wouldn't have been able to form government without the NDP making the coalition agreements to keep them in, to get them in power and keep them in power. And then the conservatives kind of been able to call out this spineless policy of the NDP. You know, if you're supposed to be an independent political party, what are you doing? It's like the DSA or whatever in the States is Democratic Socialists of America, but then they tell their people to
Mm-hmm.
vote for the Democrats. It's like that's not a real party. That's a party that serves as like a sheep herder for
Right,
the other party.
right. Because you're right. The DSA I noticed too, especially with Mondami being elected, Mondami as mayor of New York City. So I noticed that he campaigned on a populist platform, but once he got into office, he became more of a moderate DSA, Democratic Socialist of America. And so, yeah, you're right. And I also learned about the Justice Democrats. Same thing. The Justice Democrats campaign on populism, right? By saying, okay, we're gonna move the party more populist or to the left. But then again, the Justice Democrats, those who elected to office, end up becoming Democratic sales for Nancy Pelosi. And so so I think that it's better just to vote. Yeah, you're right. It's better to vote for a real third party who doesn't have close ties to the neoliberal Democrats, right? Because by being independent or having a separate party, it's easier to navigate us to navigate the political environment. It's also easier to fight back because when I see like Ilhan Omar, Cory Bush, um, AOC, and several candidates who ran on a DSA platform move back to the center, and those days are over, and we have to say, hey, this is why I think it's very important to have contracts. Develop a written contract that says, hey, if you support these following policies in the contract and you sign and date it,